Sarah. This is Declawed Cats. I tried to put a text comment about weight loss and exercise on your March 28th vlog video, and it looks like it didn't take. Probably got interpreted as spam, because there's probably a lot of spam that has to do with diets and exercise and stuff like that. Anyway, it liked my geeky comment about upstream bandwidth and that sort of thing, but when I talked about diet and exercise, it didn't take. What I wanted to say is, it sounds like you're trying to lose weight pretty quickly, and I think there's a good chance you'll succeed, because a lot of people do succeed in losing weight quickly, but they almost always end up gaining the weight back after a few years, if not sooner. So I think it might be a better idea to start out by accepting your body the way it is, and then focus on making lifestyle changes that you can commit to making them permanent parts of your life. And that way, you won't lose maybe that much weight initially, but over the course of a few years you'll lose weight, and then you'll more likely to keep it off. Starting an exercise program is great, and having somebody who can kind of hold you to it. But what I'm saying is, take the long view. Instead of thinking about how much weight am I going to lose in the next 4 months, think about what am I going to be willing to do a year from now, or 2 years from now, or 3 years from now. What kind of changes am I going to be willing to continue in? And in general, I think it's a better idea to start things out gradually and make the sort of incremental changes part of your life, and then increase it. Certainly, I think there's a lot of evidence that that's a better strategy when it comes to diet. And at least speaking from my own experience, I think that's worked well for exercise. I don't have much of an issue with weight, but I have other issues, blood pressure, cholesterol, and that sort of thing. So the doctor told me about 7 years ago that I needed to get more exercise. And I started out jogging. I'm jogging right now, by the way. I started out jogging 20 minutes for 3 times a week, and I built it up gradually over the last 7 years. And now I jog for probably a total of about 5 hours, about 50 minutes, about 6 times a week. It depends on the weather, because if some days I might jog every day, some weeks, and other weeks I might skip 1 or 2 days because if it's raining or something. But now I really keep doing it. I think if I had tried to start all of a sudden, I don't know what I would have done. For me, I don't know if I would have even been willing to even start at this rate. But now that I've built up to it, it's become part of my life, and I just do it kind of almost, I wouldn't exactly say automatically, but maybe compulsively is a better word, but I just keep doing it. And by the way, if somebody had told me 7 years ago that I was going to be jogging for 5 hours a week in a few years, I would have said, yeah, I think you must have me confused with somebody else. But here I am. I've got to start working on my diet a little more too. I've gotten down to low salt and low saturated fat, but I still have a lot of sugar in my diet, mostly because it's convenient. I could open a can of tuna fish, or I can grab a balance bar. It's a lot easier to grab a balance bar than it's not that much easier, but it's just a little bit easier, which means that my laziness naturally gravitates in that direction.